Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of a program Unscripted. Trust you're doing okay today and trust you stay safe. On this week's episode, I'll be talking about the English Premier League. We've just finished week 17 of this season's Premier League. The last game for week 17, which is Liverpool versus Tottenham, just ended right now at White Hart Lane, Tottenham Stadium. So without further ado, I'll just quickly go through the results from this weekend's game. So I'll start with the game played on Saturday. So on Saturday we had 5 games across various stadiums in England. So the early kickoff for Saturday was the game between Aston Villa and Manchester City. So the game ended 2-1 in favor of Aston Villa, which is still very, very surprising and shocking to the football world that Manchester City, they are still struggling. So they've won just one game in about 12-13 games so far this season across various competitions. They've lost 9, won 1, and then drew about 2 games so far. So that continues their poor run of form in the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on with Manchester City. It's still surprising. Yeah, I know they've got some injury worries with Rodri, who's out of the season. Other players, they are back from injury right now. Talking about Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, they are back from injury, but they are not up to speed. And it's quite disappointing and surprising what's happening to Manchester City. And something funny happened as well when obviously Grealish went back to Aston Villa because he got signed from Aston Villa to City. And at the end of the game, obviously he was booed by the Aston Villa fans. So he was giving them the sign that yeah, he's won 3 Premier League and all of that. So it was a disappointing outing for Manchester City. So the second game for Saturday was a game between Brentford and Nottingham Forest, which ended 2-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. They are doing so well in the Premier League. They are currently on the 4th position in the Premier League. So we had the other game for Saturday, Ipswich versus Newcastle, which ended 4-0 in favor of Newcastle. They are in good form right now. Alexander Isak scored a hat-trick in that game. Fantastic player. I think that makes it his 8th Premier League goal of the season. Really, really fantastic player. I hope Arsenal get to sign him by the summer because he's someone that I really, really fancy a lot. Then the other game we had on Saturday was a game between West Ham United and Brighton, which ended 1-1, and we had likes of Kudus who scored for West Ham. Then the last game for Saturday was a game between Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Remember, Arsenal played Crystal Palace during the week in the Carabao Cup's quarterfinals, and Arsenal won 3-2 in that game where Gabriel Jesus scored a hat-trick. So Arsenal defeated Crystal Palace 5-1. Gabriel Jesus also scored 2 goals in this game, making it 5 goals in 3 days for Arsenal. Someone that has not scored in about 24 Premier League appearances this season, which was a good outing for Gabriel Jesus. I'm quite happy for him as well. So that was the end of the games for Saturday. Then Sunday we also had 5 games on Sunday as well. The first and the early kickoff, I think all of them were played at the same time. We had Everton versus Chelsea. The game ended goalless draw. Remember, Everton also drew against Arsenal last week. Goalless draw as well at the Emirates Stadium. So now at the Goodison Park, Everton drew Chelsea goalless draw. We had the second game, Fulham versus Southampton, ended goalless draw as well. Then Leicester City with their new manager, Ruud van Nistelrooy. They lost to Wolverhampton, who also has a new manager. They let go of Gary O'Neill, their previous manager, after poor run of games in the last couple of weeks. So they got a new manager who took charge of this game. So he won his first game 3-0, and that makes it 2 defeats on the bounce for Ruud van Nistelrooy. Remember, they lost against Newcastle last week, 4-0, and they lost again to Wolverhampton now 3-0. I know it's going to be a difficult job for Ruud van Nistelrooy because Leicester City, I understand that they've got some injury worries with Fred Ndidi is out injured and a couple of other players are out injured. So I would watch and see what happens at the end of the season. Then another surprising game for the weekend was between Manchester United and Bournemouth. The game ended 3-0 in favor of Bournemouth, which is quite surprising at the Old Trafford. So I don't know what's going on. Manchester United right now, they've got a new manager, Ruben Amorim, and he's doing his best. He lost last weekend. He also lost now again. Lost against Nottingham Forest. Lost against Bournemouth. Also lost in the Carabao Cup as well. So and also something going around in Manchester is that Rashford might be leaving Manchester because he's not been in the squad for the past 3 consecutive games. I don't know why. According to the manager, he's training, but he's not pleased with Rashford's performance in training and some other things that he's not willing to discuss in the media. Then the last game for the weekend was a game between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool, which ended just now 6-3. It was a quite interesting and entertaining game. Liverpool were on the winning side, winning 6-3. Salah scored 2 goals, fantastic player. Diaz scored 2 goals, and a couple of other players scored a couple of goals as well. So I'll just quickly check the Premier League table as it stands today. So Liverpool, they are still on top after playing 16 games. Remember, they've got 1 game in hand. That's the game between Everton that was postponed the other week. So they played 16 games. They've got 39 points. Chelsea follows suit. 17 games. They've got 35 points. Arsenal, they are in the 3rd position. They've played 17 games and they've got 33 points. Nottingham Forest, like I said, surprisingly, they are occupying the 4th position with 31 points. Bournemouth played 17 games. They're occupying the 5th position with 28 points. Aston Villa, they played 17 games. They've got 28 points. Then Manchester City played 17 games. They've got 27 points. Then Newcastle, 8th position. Fulham, 9th position. Brighton occupy the 10th position. So that's the Premier League as at today. The Premier League table as at today, week 17. So tell me what you think as regards the games that were played this weekend. What are your thoughts? And do you think Liverpool, it's home and dry for them right now that they're going to win the league? Let me know your thoughts. Kindly drop your comment, like the video if you come across the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you're brand new to the channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care for now. Bye.